What's up, guys? Welcome to Rice and Beans. Jasmine Rice is in the house. What's up?
What's up?
And we have a special guest. We have Ray from Chronicles of One in the house with us tonight. What's up, Ray?
What is up? I'm prepared to get riggedy wrecked.
Nice, as we all are. Ray and I just came back from the NAMM show, and if you don't know what the NAMM show is, it is the National Association of Music Merchants. So anything and everything having to do with music, either making it or
Except the skin flute. Didn't see one person play it.
or recording it or doing a live show.
You know what? That's actually a funny story. That reminds me of that story I was telling you on the way back home with the guy in the bathroom. Remember when I was telling you when we were trying to find the shuttle, and I was sitting, and he saw my shirt, and so I was wearing a band shirt, and it was called "Fit for a King," and he was just like, "Oh yeah, bro, Fit for a King, dude, sick." And then the initial response wasn't the band; it was like, "Oh, thanks, I like to think so." And then the next response was, "Oh yeah, and the band is cool too."
Spot on. Yeah, that's kind of fucking awkward. Like, why the hell would you like be talking to somebody while they're taking a piss? That's just a little weird.
This was towards the end too, so I was just zoning out, just like taking a piss in the urinal, and so I don't know, man. I mean, again, it's NAMM. I don't know.
Well,
I was just lost.
It's so that at least you don't feel like you're the only one. I was at a business meeting one time, and I went to the bathroom, and for business meetings, my day job, I'm dressed up in a suit, and I have some pretty nice suits. So I was.
Are you dressed up along with your ass kissing boots too, or what?
Yes. When I go to a client site, the ass kissing boots are always strapped on good and tight.
Nice.
That's how I keep my job. So. I'm in the bathroom, and I'm coming out, and I'm just kind of fixing my tie in the mirror, and the guy that is next to me is washing his hands. He's like, "Man, that suit looks really good on you." And I just straightened my tie and didn't even look at him. I was like, "God damn right it does." And I just walked out of the bathroom. So,
oh my God, I'm joking.
Like 3 people started laughing. They're like, "There's a man who knows how to wear a suit."
I'm choking on my beer right now.
In some countries of the world, that's a punishable offense.
Sorry, it was just a funny story.
And so NAMM was great. I liked it. I saw a lot of stuff. I'm so torn this year about what I want to buy, and how much. Just there was more than a few things. There was a guitar, there were PA speakers, there were violins for Fuck Checker.
There's a lot of things.
Yeah, there was just so much stuff. I mean, I love going to NAMM. It's just so overwhelming when you get there the first day, and it's like everything music related that you could possibly think of is there, and it's awesome. There's so many people there. And
remember last year when we saw Corey Feldman?
Yeah.
And his posse of hookers? Like,
God bless that guy.
Seriously, like I sat there. I remember I was at a booth, and I just remember thinking. And the first initial thought was, "Holy crap, it's Corey Feldman!" And then you kind of get a good look at him, and he looks like he belongs in the Matrix. Like his outfit says he belongs in there. Like I straight up just think, like, did he take the blue pill or the red pill? Like I don't know. And then after that, my next question is for all the girls that were surrounding him was like, on a real level, they genuinely look like they didn't want to be there. Like, and even in my head, I was just like, dude, looking at their faces, I was like, I feel like he's paying you just to follow him everywhere today.
You know what? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, people like that have that much money get escorts all the time, and like half of them don't want to be there. But
I bet.
I mean, hey, it's it's money's money, right?
I guess so, man. But even for Corey Feldman, that was just weird. It wasn't even like Corey Feldman and these cool like hookers are following him. It was like Corey Feldman from The Matrix with I don't even know. They look like they were little angels. And I'm just like, what is this? It's not even I don't know. It was weird.
But he looked less like Neo and more like JP from Grandma's Boy in the
He
Matrix.
did. Adios, turd nuggets.
So JP, tell me, how much do codes cost in the Matrix?
Adios, turd nuggets.
That was a great flick, and so
It was.
we had a great time at Nam, and we're going back tomorrow to
Yes,
see
sir.
how much free stuff we can garner, and maybe come up with some good deals for me. I'm so torn again. There's a shit ton of things there that I want to buy, and like so I had a.
Ooh, nice. Got some delay on there, bro.
Right. I had fun. I've been traveling for work this past few months, and that's why we've kind of had to switch up our recording schedule, and we've been going on some different days because it's literally the only time I could get back in town. So I'm out of town, and I did something to my shoulder, and it's hurting, and so I went to one of these massage places up where I was staying.
Ooh.
And this place apparently used to be a rub and tug place, and so they got busted, and management changed, and so now they have these signs on the walls that say
Management change. My family's taking over.
it was like your dad's side of the family got kicked out and shut down, and so then your mom's side of the family took over, and they have these signs on the wall that
That's how
says
we keep it in the family.
that's how they all stay rich, and then they'll live in the same house.
Exactly. See, that didn't come from me, but really though.
So, it says per government regulation, erotic services are not available. Please do not ask or hint about them. And so I'm reading the sign as the masseuse comes in the room, and I was like laughing, and she was like, "Oh, what's funny?" And I said, "The sign," and she's like, "Oh yeah, no humping, no dumping." So I'm getting a massage, and like 20 minutes into it, I hear like people that are talking like super loud in the reception area, like at the front door. And I was thinking like, okay, what an asshole! You're kind of supposed to be quiet in here, but whatever. And it's getting pretty loud. And so the masseuse says, "I'll be right back. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go see what's going on." So she leaves, and she's gone for a couple of minutes, and then the shouting kind of calms down a little bit. She comes back in the room, and she's laughing, and I was like, well, so what's going on? And she's like, you can't hear them? I'm like, well, I can hear them, but I can't understand what they're saying. And she said this guy's wife came in all super pissed off with a bunch of credit card statements in her hand, and was pissed off because her husband was coming here when they were still doing the rub and tug thing. And so she was like all in there making a huge deal about it, all super pissed off. And so I asked, I was like, well, what does she want you guys to do about it? It's not like you can unjerk them off. And she starts laughing. She's like, I don't know. She's like, I don't know what she wants. And I was like, does she want money back? And she said no. She just wanted to come in here and be an asshole.
So,
Wow.
from my understanding, does she want a refund? Can you give her a refund on a rub and tug? Is that valid?
I mean, I've gotten a refund on a lap dance, but I don't know about a refund on a rub and tug. I mean, that's kind of a stretch.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jasmine? In your family, does that happen? Refund?
Can
What,
that happen?
refunds? Hell no. We try to keep our money. You don't refund.
But
I don't think so. It's not like you can freaking puke it back out.
and here's the other thing, would you
We swallow in the family business, okay?
we're professionals, damn it. Our customer service is
We
exemplary.
don't want to deal with a toxic cleanup. It's against OSHA regulations.
God forbid Department of Health find out. You're throwing it back up.
That's unsanitary.
How unsanitary is
we're
that?
already slaughtering cats in the fucking kitchen, alright? We don't need, spit buckets.
It's a $40 for an hour-long massage, a rub and tug, and then Szechuan kitty for lunch. That's her day spa.
Just imagine to refund like those rednecks, the ones that spit out the chewing tobacco and hit the bucket and they. Just imagine.
Oh my god, a cum bucket.
Yeah. It's more or less my thought.
Instead of the
yeah.
isn't it a chum bucket in SpongeBob?
It's a chum bucket in SpongeBob,
Yeah.
but I guess it'd be for you guys. It'd be the cum bucket.
So, what do you think? As a married woman or formerly married, either way. I mean, you're in a relationship. So, if you found out that your man was like,
It's complicated, bro. You can't even get it out of yourself. Like,
it's like, first she was married, then she wasn't, and then she's in a relationship. But either way, she's in a relationship. And if you found out that your man went to a rub and tug, would you like go to the rub and tug and start yelling at them, or, you know, like, it just seemed kind of weird.
first of all, I'd probably be in jail by now if that ever happened.
Fair. Fair.
No, I mean, I don't know. I don't think I would make a scene out of it per se, but I don't think. Yeah, no. I wouldn't. I wouldn't make a thing out of it. Not that it's a big deal. It's a big fucking deal. Trust me. But other than that, I'm not gonna go out of my way, go to the massage place and just freaking raise hell. Because what the hell am I gonna get out of that? Aside from humiliating myself. But then again, I'm one classy bitch, so. I'm just saying,
Go
you know,
demand a
I'm not all
refund?
about drama.
Duh.
So. And theatrics. That happens in the bedroom.
I'd go
It
in there and
doesn't-
demand
yeah.
a refund.
Well, what about you, Ray? Have you ever like heard about anything like that happening, or been in a massage parlor when somebody came in super pissed off?
I've heard of a story, and I mean legit, this is a friend of mine. This isn't by no means. I've never been to a massage parlor. But I had a friend one time. I was helping him move, and we were helping him move from Whittier to San Gabriel. So up in San Gabriel, there is a massage parlor up there on. Oh, you used to live in Alhambra. Tell me the main street. It's going from Montebello to. It's a huge main street.
Main
Is it-
Street.
Yeah, not a main. No, it's not called Main Street. It's like San Gabriel Valley or something. Or it's anyways. There's some main street that's going up there, and so we drove by there, and there's a massage parlor, and we're in his truck, and he's telling me, he's like, "Oh yeah, man." He's like, "Have you ever been to a massage parlor before?" I was like, "No, I've never been to one." I was like, I've heard of them. I've heard of happy endings. But it's just something I've never gotten around to, and so. He tells me that he's like, all right, whatever you do, don't go to that one. And he points to this one, and I forget what it's called. And I used to think, like, I was like, why? Like, why don't you go to it? Because he used to go to it, and he told me that they have like this, what do you call it? Like I guess we'll call it just a shenanigan, a dirty little evil shenanigan that they pull there. So at first you think it's an Asian woman. Or like an Indian woman like massaging you, and you think like, oh, okay, cool, like, you know, I'm gonna get my happy ending on this. And so then they excuse themselves for like a second, and so he said he was waiting for it, and a big Russian guy came out, and he thought, I don't know what they implied, like he said like I didn't imply I liked men. He's like, I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, this guy offered him the rub and tug, and I was like, "Dude,
You've ultimately take care of you coming out.
yeah, dude." Like, I immediately thought of that scene from Rocky. Like, what does he say?
I will break you.
Yeah, I would break you. I was like, "Holy crap, dude!" I was like, "So what did you do?" He's like, "I didn't take that happy ending, dude. There's no way it was happy." And so ever since then, he says he's never gone back to it, and he's told everyone that he passes by with. He says, "Don't go to that one." And I was like, "Holy crap!" So ever since then, I've been more scared to go to massage parlors
Oh man, the old bait and switch. Well,
in fear of a Russian man groping me.
usually their mail orders are or a little bit better, but I guess not in this case, huh?
Nope.
Well, so speaking of mail, I think we're gonna go ahead and jump into a little mail call here. So we got this one over the wire, and it says, I once used Nair to remove my chest hair. During the process, I generously slathered the substance on my nipples. The why of this nipple slathering is not important, ladies and gentlemen, but the result should be a warning to all. My nipples burned like they were being finely sanded by a great ape. I won't deny my tears. I sought solace from the hellfire nipples in restless sleep that night. When I awoke the next day, my nipples were gone and replaced with scabs. The shock of this was great, and I fear for a time my mind was lost to the outer blackness. After I recovered my sensibility, I was seized, and with heavy decision, I would spend my remaining days maimed free of nipples. God grants to all. To my surprise and joy, only a few days later, the scabs fell away. What was underneath, you ask? 2 tiny nipples, pink and fresh, emerging from my brawny chest like 2 infant bird heads emerging from their shell. Within 7 days, those nascent nipples grew to full size and erect. The erectness, unfortunately, was a permanent condition. To this day, 5 long years later, I refuse to wear T-shirts beyond the manor grounds for fear of cruel women. For fear of cruel women and being asked constantly, "Is it cold in here?"
Well put. Well put.
Oh man, that was ouch, dude. Holy shit.
Nair.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have a lot of questions concerning the story.
I tried Nair once.
Never tried Nair.
And I think I've tried it once, and it just freaked me out how, like, I don't know, it's like a texture thing for me. Like, it was just weird. So, I'll stick to shaving or waxing, one or the other. So, no, thank you.
An ex-girlfriend of mine used that stuff, and the smell was horrible. And I was like, well, if it smells, does it burn? And she was like, no, it's fine. And so she's all, here, put a little bit on your hand. And as soon as like 2 minutes went by and it was like burning,
oh my gosh.
And so I couldn't believe she used that shit on her vag and on her legs. I'm like, dude, doesn't that shit burn the shit out of you? And she said no, but I think she was lying.
It has
on
to.
Your vag, really?
But I'm only guessing.
Jesus, talk about trying to wreck your vagina. Oh yeah, no.
Ugh.
No, thank you.
Like the smell, I'm pretty sure just burned off nose hairs as I was inhaling it. So
I've only heard stories of this stuff. I've never actually tried Nair, but when I used to see it, you know what trips me out now that they have is those it's not Nair, but it's I feel like Angel knows what it is, or the beauty heroine. She should be here for this one. It's like a razor, but without the razors. It's like electricity. I've seen it on TV. I swear. It's like a blue little
depilatory thing or something.
Yeah,
I can't remember what
it's like
called,
a blue
but I think I know what
light.
you're talking about.
And then like apparently the light's supposed to be so intense that it removes the hairs. It's like the Nair, I guess.
What the fuck?
And so I've seen that on TV. I know it's a real thing.
Like just singes off your fucking hair.
And that's my thought. Like I'm seeing all these like testimonies and all these girls just like, yeah, like it spreads them down right. It shaves it down right to like whatever, so they don't feel bumps or I don't know. All I know is we used to make fun of this girl in high school. We used to call her Cactus Legs because she didn't shave it. She didn't shave her legs like as often. And I remember that her name was Amber, and we used to say, Amber, and she's like, what? I'm like,